come on in. I was just doing a quick, just explaining, I guess, one of the biggest problems that we see as a coach, consultant, professional services business, right? Anytime when you're teaching someone how to solve a problem, which is what all the girlies in our communities are doing with their market. And I just think this story is so true of what it feels like, right? So when you're a coach or a consultant or in professional services businesses and you're dealing with someone, most people like to have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
And this is a problem that they're like, this garbage bag is a problem, right? And they're like, put it in their back pocket. And at the beginning, it's quite a small problem and they don't make too big a deal about it. And if you're a coach or consultant, you'll know this intimately. Every client has their problem, their reason why they can't do what you're telling them to do or get the same results that you're trying to help them achieve. And they don't want to have it, but they hold on to it like no tomorrow. And they kind of won't, you know what I'm talking about, right? With all the problems that we hear. And it's all sorts of things that might be like, oh, I just don't have the time. Or another big one is like, oh, that doesn't work in my market. I can see how that works for you, but you don't understand that doesn't work for me. Or I hear a lot of the time, oh, I'm a mum. You know, we have girls in our communities who one has 15 children and a really successful business. And most of our market have multiple children. And so and it sits in the back of the pocket, and at the beginning, if you try and ask them to do something, they're like, oh, problem. Yeah, I would, but I'm working through it. It's my problem, you know. Particularly if you're doing anything mindset related, any wellness related, there's like childhood problems and baggage that people carry on it, and they rear their heads. But the problem is that the problem keeps getting bigger. The more and more you try and pull them out of their problem or unpack it, the bigger it gets. And it gets to the point sometimes where they're like, oh, I'd love to, but I've just got a bit going on here right now in my problem. I'm just trying to, I will get to that, but have you seen my problem? Like, it's huge. And then after a little while, they're like, the problem gets bigger and bigger, and it starts to like own them and makes it impossible. And they're like, yeah, I'll try. I really want it. I'll try, but problem. I don't know if you've heard, but I've got this big issue here, and it just gets bigger and bigger and then bigger. And they're like, well, maybe it goes bigger. And they're like, I don't know if you know, but I've got a massive problem, and it gets bigger and bigger. And as a coach or consultant, we have to be able to identify it when it's here, because by the time it gets out here, it's impossible to remove, right? And so figuring out what this problem is early on and naming it, and some people don't like you to name it because they've got nothing to hold on to then, and then there's a chance that they have to put fear to the side and just do it anyway. But we as coaches or consultants, some people's problems, they're in it. They can't see for the problem, it owns them, and we've got to break through and be like, get rid of it, and we're going to go and do it anyway. Like, so that's the biggest thing as a coach consultant, recognizing that everyone's got their problem and trying to decide how valid that is, or if it's their garbage bag that will end up consuming them, and we need to rip through it and as a coach or a consultant, get them to the finish line. So yeah, after hearing that, you'll now in like the inboxes and in at our events and stuff like that, you'll be talking to people and you'll be like, that's the garbage bag. Or people watching this video will be like, that's her garbage bag, and that will end up consuming her if I as a coach or a consultant don't call it out early and help them get it out of the way. They've got to choose to rip the hole in the garbage bag and get rid of it. You can't do that for them, but you can help them. You can be like, can I give you a hand? Can we just call it a day and rip that apart? So that they can get results and do what you're trying to help them be able to achieve.